Okay, so moving on through the syllabus, grading, and of course that's very important to students. So let me tell you how this course is being graded. You'll have a quiz every Tuesday in this course, with the exception of this week. I'm actually giving you a quiz this week. Then the quiz is on the this podcast that I'm recording. I feel like in the last couple of semesters, students have stopped listening to this podcast, and I think it is an important podcast. And so I'm actually going to quiz you on this podcast beginning on Thursday. But after that, all the tests happen on Tuesdays. So here's if you're looking at it on the screen, the quizzes are 25% of your final average. But note that your lowest grade is dropped. So if you do poorly one week, or life catches up with you, or there's too much schoolwork, or anyway, I do drop the lowest quiz grade. There's 3 midterms in this class, and the reason I give 3, I used to just give 2 midterms, but I give 3 because there's not as much material when I give 3. There's not as much material on each midterm. And even though this course isn't particularly hard, there is a lot of details, a lot of dates and facts. And I know that's what drives people crazy about history. I do try to give you the story first. But anyway, there's a lot of material that you need to master. So when I give you 3 midterms, by giving you 3 midterms, there's less material on each midterm. And I think it's helped students. And also when I give 2 midterms, each midterm just counts too much. And if you blow it, it's hard to recover from that, where it's easier to recover if there's 3 midterms. There's extra credit in this course. So let's see, I think I covered that. And everything's worth 25% of your final grade. The quizzes cumulatively minus the lowest grade are worth 25%. Each midterm is worth 25%. By the way, there's no final in this class. There's no comprehensive final in this class. What you're tested on for midterm 1, you're tested on the material from week 1 until the first midterm. Midterm 2, you're tested on the material from midterm 1 to midterm 2, and then midterm 3 from midterm 2 to midterm 3. There's no overall cumulative final exam in this class. I just don't think it's necessary for this class. There are extra credit opportunities in this class, and that usually the one that's most popular, and that students that do it end up really loving it for the most part. And I know that because they tell me. You can visit 2 of the missions and take pictures of yourselves at the missions. What students do, they end up often going with friends. They go with family that are in town. They just go on a nice day to the missions. I just ask you to take a picture of yourself there. You're going to learn a lot about the missions. So it's fun. It's a fun assignment. It's a fun extra credit, and it's 2 points on your final average. I'll talk more about the extra credit as the course goes on. If you miss a quiz, if you miss a midterm, I need to know if there's an issue. Of course, I do drop the lowest quiz. So if you miss a quiz and you get a 0 on it, that's the one I'm going to drop. But the bigger issue is if you're struggling, if things have come up in your life and you're struggling in the course for whatever reason, happens every semester, you have to reach out to me. I've said this before. I don't think I can say it enough. Just let me help you. I can't help you unless I know what's going on in your life, because I don't, you know, let's face it, we're all kind of in space in this class. And, I don't see you unless you reach out to me. And but if I know you, and if I can put a name to a face, it's like, okay, that person I can help. That's what's going on with this person. Okay, now I get it. Now I can give that person a break and give them a hand. So yeah, let me help you. Okay. Let's see. This is information about the history department, about our undergraduate advisor of record. and also the help desk, the various help desks at UTSA that are paid for with your fees, really, that you should reach out for if you're struggling in this class or really any other class. And then our honor code. Okay, so now I'm going to go through the course schedule. So let's take a breath, and I'll take a breath. And we'll talk about the rhythm, what I've talked about when I say the rhythm of the course. So this week, tomorrow, actually, January 17th, I am going to post the first module for the course. It's going to be called Module Week 1 or Week 1 module. And the module has the information that I want you to learn this week. It's going to have a podcast, a lecture, a podcast lecture. It's going to have some documentation on Cabeza de Vaca, who was the first European to leave a written record of Texas. He washed ashore here in the late 1520s, early 1530s, and he left a record. He washed ashore in Galveston, and he left a record of his time in Texas. And all this is covered in the Week 1 module. So every week, except for the weeks that I give midterms, I post a module. You open up the module, and the module, the material that I'm testing you on for that week appears, or that I'll be testing you on appears. So one note, though. This is the first semester that I'm giving you a quiz in the first week of class, and the quiz is on this podcast on the syllabus and the course orientation. As I said before, I want to make sure that folks listen to this, and I want to quiz you on it. So you actually have a quiz this week, just because I want you to get going with the class, and I just want your attention, I guess it's fair to say, and how this class works. Now, your next quiz, though, will be on Tuesday, a week from Tuesday, January 24th. And that quiz is on the Week 1 module. So note, the quizzes are always on the previous week's module, because I can't test you on something that I haven't posted, that I haven't given you a chance to learn. So if you look at the schedule, it's pretty logical. I always test you on the previous week's material that I posted. Okay, so next Tuesday, you'll be quizzed on the Week 1 module, and so on and so forth. Now, sometimes I'll post lectures, I'll post interviews. All the material that you'll be quizzed on is contained within the modules that I post every week. Now, I'm not going to go over the schedule. That would be super boring. You can take a look at it. The one thing that you might want to see is that how I break up the reading into smaller chapters, like I say, bite-sized pieces, just because I think it'll help students understand what's going on better. I think a lot of this material is very new to you. And again, even though it's not a particularly hard course, there is a lot of information that I'm asking you to learn. So I try to present it to you in increments that I feel like that you can understand, that will engage you, and that won't overwhelm you. Okay, let's see here. The first midterm is Valentine's Day. I posted on Valentine's Day, but again, you'll have at least 48 hours to take it. Each quiz is about 10 to 12 questions. The midterms are about 40 to 50 questions. And of course, you have a longer time to take the midterm. Now, if there are issues in terms of taking tests, if you need more time, I'm happy to do that. You just need to go through Disability Services, and they're very good at reaching out to me. So if there's issues there, just let me know. So the first midterm, Valentine's Day, and let's see, as we go through this, spring break is March 13th through 17th. The second midterm is after that. The second midterm is March 28th. Let me go up here. On March 27th, this is an important deadline. If you're struggling in this class or another class, March 27th is the deadline for dropping this class or another class via ASAP. Now you can actually drop a class later in the semester, but you actually have to go up in person and sign a form. It's also the last day that you can take this class for credit, no credit. So if you're like making a C in the class and you think, okay, I don't want a C on my record, I'll just take it for credit. And the C doesn't show up, and it doesn't affect your GPA. So keep an eye on those dates. Now, if you withdraw from the class, of course, you're going to lose the money that you spent taking the class, but only withdraw really if you're going to, make a D or an F, especially if you're going to make an F. I know it hurts to lose that money. I know a lot of you, are paying for college yourself, but an F really does undermine your GPA. And over the course of your lifetime, you just don't want an F on your overall grade average. But hopefully it won't come to that. I can talk to you about it. And this is true of this course and any other course. And I'll talk about this a little bit more as that date comes closer. But just note that you have that option. If you're struggling in this class or another class, you can either take this class for credit, or if you're failing it, this class or another class, you can just drop it completely. You won't get your money back, but the F won't be on your transcript. Okay, so midterm 2 will be after spring break. And then the third midterm is during finals time. I'm posting it Tuesday, May 9th. And again, remember the third midterm is not cumulative. It's just the material between midterm 2 and May 2nd, which is the last day of class, which will come before you know it. So I'm actually pretty confident, given my track record, that the students that pay attention, that I'm able to engage in this course, and I work very hard to engage you, will be really surprised about how much you learn between now and in May. And your understanding of Texas will be much deeper. And I hope to make this as pleasant as possible and as engaging as possible as I can for students. I think that's kind of the trick to teaching. It's okay for material to be entertaining, because I think it's, if it's entertaining, it's easier to learn. It won't work for all of you, but I think it will work for a majority of you. And that's been the track record in the past, and I don't think there's any reason why it shouldn't continue this semester. So good luck. Stay in touch. Don't hesitate to reach out to me. Very responsive to emails. I'll meet with you on Zoom. And of course, I'll be talking to you every week as I post the modules. And the last thing I'll say is the week 1 module will be posted probably at the same time as I post this introductory to the course, and you'll be quizzed on the week 1 module a week from tomorrow. Okay, good luck this semester. Good luck to the Cowboys tonight. I'm sure they'll blow it, though, at some point. I don't see them going to the Super Bowl, but I don't know, miracles can happen. And stay in touch.